السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Honorable President, Your Excellency, Dr. Hussein bin Ali Hassan Muini, and my colleagues who are here. I actually have met the Mufti of Zanzibar and the Chief Qadi, whom I happen to be in Medina Munawwara, studying at the same time with him, and a few of the others whom I was so happy to meet after a long time. I want to say something today to this lovely crowd who is here. Firstly, looking at this stadium, I thought I was in Europe. Subhanallah. And I'm thinking to myself, imagine state of the art. In Zanzibar, I was here 10 years ago or more than 10 years ago. And I want to congratulate not only His Excellency the President, but all of you who are from Zanzibar. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah, Alhamdulillah. The place has developed so much, and I am a witness as a foreigner. MashaAllah. Takbir. I want to tell you, development can never happen if you do not have peace. It is impossible to develop without peace. No country that has no peace has been able to develop. So when I see progress like that, which I have noticed here in Zanzibar, one thing I can tell you is you are peace-loving people. Maintain it, hold fast onto it. And today I want to talk about how some of the people might come to you in order to make you dispute to a degree where you lose your peace. Be careful of them and watch out. Make sure that you understand, as a believer, we say we have Iman. Mu'min means a person who has belief. Did you know that Aman or Amn is also a similar root as the belief and faith, and yet it refers to peace and security? I noticed when I was here many years ago, upon the invitation of a group of students by the head, who was Brother Ghaid Saeed. Some of you may know him, may not know him. Humble people. I came here, I stayed at the residence there at that university, and I moved around noticing a lot of the beauty of this lovely place. And now years later, when I have come and I see so much of development, I thank Allah and I pray to Allah that in the same way we have managed to develop and shall continue to develop our nation and our beautiful country, we should also develop our hearts, our spirituality, and our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you are young, you question your faith sometimes. It happens. It happens that you question your faith sometimes. You call out to Allah. You ask Allah so many things, one after the other. And sometimes you think He's not giving you what you want. Don't despair. We were there. It happens to us as adults as well, that when we call out to Allah, we are begging, we are asking, we want so many things, and we think to ourselves, why is it that He is not giving us certain things? I can tell you, sometimes as a result of your supplication for A, you achieve B, C, D, E, F until the end of the alphabet, yet you were asking for A. The barakah of and the blessings of seeking from Allah what you want, Allah gives you a lot of what you do not realize you need even more desperately. So continue to ask Allah. You will never ever suffer a loss by asking Allah and supplicating and having hope. I want to give you one example. If there is a person who is terminally ill, may Allah grant cure to all those who have sickness. Amin. If there is a person who is terminally ill and they are about to die, the doctors say that you are going to perhaps die soon, you won't survive. And they make dua. They ask Allah. They are supplicating, oh Allah, cure me. I know you will do it. I know you can do it. I know you shall do it. You are the owner of cure. For you, it is so easy. You will do it. Do you know, if your death is written and you die, you may enter paradise as a result of the hope that you had when you were calling Allah for cure, and Allah knew that He's actually going to take you away. So that hope alone is an act of worship. Have hope and understand that Allah Almighty will always give you something in return of your supplication. Your dua will never go to waste. Now, let's move a little bit further. As believers, we sometimes have a few doubts now and again from shaitan. The devil comes and makes us think things. I give you an example. When we dress in a specific way, sometimes people will tell us, why are you dressing like this? You need to be modern. You need to actually take off this dress. You need to remove it. So for them to say, take it off, they are considered modern and they are allowed to do that. But for someone like me to stand up and tell you, keep it on, they will say, this guy is an extremist, this guy is a terrorist, this guy is whatever else. They use bad words. But all we are saying is your morality should not go down. Your values should not go down. Maintain your faith. People have already dipped into a lot of distance from Allah. People have dipped into the devil's pot and come out of it, and they are telling you, wallahi, we have seen the darkness and we will never go back there. That's why many reverts who come to Islam, when they become Muslim, they are sometimes stronger than those who were born Muslims, because they saw the darkness. They were dipped into the pot of the devil and they came out of it. They will never ever go back. But you and I, when we were born Muslim, when we come from an Islamic environment, sometimes we don't appreciate the favor of Allah on us. I am here to tell you, maintain your values, your morals. Zanzibar is a beautiful place, predominantly Muslim, if not almost all Muslim. And I tell you, greet people with a smile. Welcome them to your place, whether they are Muslim or non-Muslim. We welcome them in a way that when they see how we live our lives, they will search for the reason why we are so good, so kind, so welcoming, and they will then turn towards the deen of Allah just by virtue of your beautiful interactions. When Allah brings tourists to you because He has given you beauty of the island and beauty of so much coast that you have and beauty of so many other things, He brings people to you. It is your duty not to forget Allah. It is your duty rather to carry yourself with such dignity, so much of beauty. You know, as soon as they come, they automatically realize what we have is actually not as good as what they have in terms of contentment. We are happy. We are a nation who is at peace, and we will continue to be at peace by the favor of Allah. What is my sign that you are at peace? I see development. Like I said earlier, it is not easy. That's one sign, but it's the main sign. Peace. You see a lot of development. People can grow when everything is peaceful. But if you look carefully, people may somehow, especially nowadays, we have access to the internet. And online you will find people calling you towards so many things. Like I said earlier, when I tell you to keep your dress the way it is or to cover yourself, people will say, why is he saying that? But when people tell you to uncover, to undress, to remove your clothing, they will say, wow, look at how modern they are. Wow, look at how amazing this nation is finally liberated. Liberated from what? Liberated from your connection with Allah. I don't want that. Liberated from what? from the angels protecting you. No, we don't want that. We want contentment. We want happiness. We want internal bliss. We want a connection with Allah. I said earlier, there are those who have already been in the darkness. Wallahi, when they come out, they see the light and they realize, this is the path. I cannot let go of this path. Allah Almighty tells us, hold fast to the rope of Allah and don't let go. Don't let go no matter what. A day will come when you will return to Allah. You will be a happy person. I don't care what they say about me. I am going to develop my relationship with Allah. Earlier, my colleagues spoke, and each one of them reminded us of Salah, the prayer. I wanted to really talk about prayer today, Salah, in a very detailed way. But I noticed, mashallah, they covered the topic so well. Each one is reminding you of prayer, prayer, prayer. Why? Why are they reminding you of prayer? I promise you it is because success comes when you connect with the owner of success. And who is the owner of success? Is it not Allah? When you want success, connect with Allah, He will give you the success. You want wealth, connect with Allah, He will give you wealth that comes with goodness. I don't want wealth that comes with evil. I don't want wealth that comes with destruction. I want wealth that comes with goodness and the blessings of Allah. So connect with Allah and see what happens. That's why Hayya ala salah. We heard it. I promise you, if I have one message for you today, it is take your prayer seriously. Take your prayer seriously, no matter who you are. Take your prayer seriously. If Allah says this is success, I promise you that is indeed success. When you grow older, and I'm addressing the younger ones who are seated here, as you grow older, you will realize the importance of this 5 daily prayer. Wallahi, there is nothing that can overtake it in terms of the success you'll achieve by fulfilling it correctly. May Allah grant us goodness. So, people will tell you from all over that you are the one who is right. You are the one who is the only one who is right. Anyone who says anything contrary to what you are saying is wrong. And if they are wrong, you need to fight them. That's what people may teach you. We teach you that yes, when you follow your faith, you are right. You may want to believe that others are wrong. Correct? Yes. But you do not fight and cause disunity, and you do not disturb your peace. You might think, what do you mean you do not cause disunity when we don't agree? If I don't agree with you, say for example, I have someone who belongs to a different sect of Muslim or a different faith altogether. Do I agree with them? No. Am I united? To a degree, yes. What's the difference? I want to explain to you today. Unity is not uniformity. Rather, unity is the ability to respect someone with the difference you have with them for a common purpose. You want to build your nation. The nation is made up of so many different people, each belonging to different faiths, maybe different sects, maybe. You might even have some people who don't even have a faith at all. It does not mean I agree with them to be able to get along with them or to be able to respect the fact that they are human beings. They are human beings. And the reason I tell you this is the world is changing. So many people will come about with so much difference. So many people will come about with so many weird things. Are you allowed to disagree with them? Yes, you are allowed to disagree. You must disagree if you believe they are wrong. But what should you do? Do you respect them as a human? Yes, I respect you, but I disagree with you. What does that do? That will ensure peace. It will ensure stability and it will ensure growth. Without that, you are not going to grow. If you want to fist each other just because you disagree with each other, you won't grow. You don't fist each other. You don't become violent. You don't become physical. And you don't even become abusive in the way you talk. I don't need to call you a dog just because I disagree with you. In fact, some people love dogs. Don't you agree? Some people love dogs. Yeah. So they say, well, I don't mind if I really was called a dog, because you know what? Dogs are cute. Trust me, it depends how you use the word. When you call each other names that are abusive, in a tone that is abusive, with the intention of abuse, you are wrong, no matter how wrong the person you were addressing might have been in terms of your disagreement. But you can't do that. When I disagree with someone, I need to at least let them know respectfully that I disagree with them. I disagree with you, my brother, and I disagree very, very strongly. But guess what? You're a human. Let's talk about it. By me talking and addressing the matter, I may be able to convince that person that they are wrong. Or they might convince me that I was wrong, if in the case I was wrong, and they managed to talk to me and to put forward whatever evidences they were. But without that discussion, we're going nowhere. So I am here to tell you, make sure that you connect with Allah and you understand how to treat each other. How to treat each other. Today, let's be honest, what are we facing in the Muslim Ummah? We have different sects, different people. This one belongs to this sect, another one belongs to another sect, the other one belongs to a third sect. We will never be able to bring everyone together on one platform, in one sect, and say, right, you all need to believe exactly this and it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So what do? I respect you, but I disagree with you on 2 or 3 things. I'm not going to say, you are not a Muslim, you are this. Nowadays they use the term, you are a kafir, you are this. For what? Why? Are they saying the shahada? Yes, they are. Well, at least call them Muslim. That is the entry point. Call them Muslim. And you know what? You can say, you are a Muslim, I disagree with 5 things that you are saying or doing. But the other 5,000 things, we are all one. We are one. The weakness of the ummah today is because we are being fragmented by this ideology where each one believes he's the only Muslim. I'm the only Muslim. That's it. We are fragmented. And if that fragmentation is going to happen, how are we going to ensure growth? Not just as a nation, but broader ummah. There won't be growth. If you look at what's going on across the globe against the ummah, you will realize it is primarily because we are fragmented. That's what it is. I believe, and I've traveled to so many countries, that where we are fragmented, there is an external enemy that is rejoicing and saying, wow, these people are in small groups. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow that to happen. Learn to respect each other. Learn to come together. So let me talk of prayer from another angle altogether. Look, the call to prayer is called. How many times a day? 5 times. Who decided that? You did not. Allah decided it. And you have to adjust your life to what the Supreme Maker has said. In the same way, when you have rules and regulations, whether it's at your school, in your country, at your workplace, wherever it may be, someone above you has decided those rules, you will have to follow. You will have to follow the rules. When they say, this is the protocol, this is the rule, you need to get here at this time. School, they say, come at 8 o'clock. Can you just decide, I'm going to arrive at 9? They will punish you. They will penalize you. Maybe if you have a note to explain why you were late once or twice, they might excuse you. But if it is more than that, you will be penalized. So when Allah has disciplined you 5 times a day to fulfilling the connection with Him at specific times, one of the fringe benefits is that you become a disciplined person even with your timing. May Allah Almighty make us from among those. Then you stand in a row. The Imam says, Istawu, istawu. Doesn't he say that? Sawu sufufakum fa inna taswiyata as-sufufi min iqamati as-salah. Straighten the rows. Stand shoulder to shoulder. Stand all in one line. For indeed, straightening the row is part of the completion of your salah. Now, when you are standing next to someone, you don't even know who he is, or you know who he is, and you do not get along with him in the world because he has a business similar to yours. And you know what? You are now in competition with him in business, but in that prayer, your prayer is not complete if you're going to leave a gap there. You need to stand next to him. Why? No matter what, you are part of the ummah. You will have to stand next to the guy next to you. He is tall, he is short. You like him, you don't like him. He is a Muslim.